Robert Downey Jr. is an American actor and producer, famous for a variety of roles. However, you're only really widely known around the world. Playing Iron Man in the movies of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, early success from the early years of life. Essay hit flooded power area, then rise up strong to find his own aura. The robot's life is full of ups and downs, and it's spectacular, like the Iron Man himself. That you play. And before we get to know this fascinating artist, look what you've been through. Don't millions of dollars in assets. Brothers, leave a like, subscribe to support Van Tongue Discovery on this journey of discovery. And don't forget to ring the alarm, not to miss the videos, the latest from us. Thank you very much. First life success. Robert John Downey Jr., the 4th of April 1965 in Manhattan, New York. In a family whose father is an actor. The film was directed by Robert Downey Jr. Her mother is actress Elizabeth Downey. Robert's ancestors. I have a Jewish background in Ireland, Lithuania, and Hungary. On the other side are Scots, German, British, and Swiss outside. Our Iron Man hero. Robert's parents also have an older daughter named Allison. He was also an actor and later writer. From a young age, the robot was a child actor, familiar with supporting roles. In his father's movies, Johnny Depp at the age of 5. Robot Boy first appeared in comedy. The Coral is a cute little puppy. 7 years old. He appeared in the fantasy film The Palace. Richard, don't hang up. Out of love with cinema, Robert's father also infused the boy with passion, with banned substances, which he started to try for the first time at the age of 6. Some of the other sources are at the age of 8. Robert confessed, "Base, it's because I've been addicted since I was a kid, and your father himself, a drug addict, that led me down the path of addiction." Then Robert explained, "Even though it's so deviant, but it's the only way to let you know, to show love, and his interest in his son. So it's no surprise when childhood hobbies, that's the actor, later developed into a serious addiction." 50-year-old Robert lived for a time in his. You learn ballet, classic as part of the curriculum. At school, he then returned to New York to study at State Normal, an art training center, performing and appearing in experimental comedy, Moment to Two Moment of My Father, 1978. Robert's parents divorced him and his father moved to California, 57 years old. Robert dropped out of high school in Santa Monica and back to New York to devote all of his time to his acting career. Robert Downey Jr. quickly assigned the shoulder in the off-Broadway production. Also during this time, you had a relationship. I'm in love with actress Jennifer Jason Leigh in the early 1980s. Then the actor appeared in a small role from the TV series Baby Is You and in the horror movie Firstborn. On the way back, I met Sarah Jessica Parker. To stars posted, immediately fell in, meshed together, and quickly date. 1985, Robert joins new cast of comedy show Saturday Night Live, but only after a year. You and your colleagues are being replaced because they get a lot of criticism and negative reviews. In spite of that, your career continues to grow. 1986, Robert has to get the lead role in the drama There You Close, the role of a rich young man. Yes, but addicted and out of control. Coincidence instead. The movie is like a prophecy, the life of the young actor. I think you used to use banned substances, but in moderate quantities. And right after this movie, your addiction is really out of control. The paradox is that, although the film was not critically acclaimed, but the robot's performance, again praised as subtle and emotional. The following years, you repeatedly appear. It's like Johnny Bigot or Alice for Rent, and especially in 969, where you work with Care for Summerlin, who the robot has been living with for 3 years, when they both started their journey in Hollywood. In 1989 alone, robots made 2 films together, a fantasy documentary film about a Hollywood studio that doesn't exist, Jazz, Adam Quat, and a romantic comedy Transformers. There are a lot of big names in Hollywood. 1990, robot starring for the action comedy Air America, where he worked with Mel Gibson. He later became his best friend. Film review, To Mars 1, or The Shop. The Robot's Farm was later launched to the public. This stage is evidence your drug addiction is getting worse. The romance lasted for 7 years. Between you and Sarah, Jessica Parker also ended after many attempts to heal, failed to succeed. 1900 ripening. According to rumors, the actor has been dating Winona Ryder for several months. In May 1992, after 42 days of dating, Robert is married to C actor Deborah Fan Connor. Despite protests from many Hollywood actors for robots due to complex personalities and habits interrupting the filming process, the actor was still cast in the lead role in the biographical film Chaplin, premiered at the end of 1909 BA. To face the objections, Jobber Chow, Nigeria. He was very well prepared for the role. Legendary artist. I've seen all of Chaplin's movies. Learn to play the violin with your left hand. Hire a coach. Help him imitate Chaplin's gait and posture, and even managed to convince the museum staff. 20th Century Fox Upper London film, Let Me Try, one of the late artist's costumes. And finally, robots didn't make filmmakers 7 times as likely. Currently successful role, demonstrate your multifaceted talent. The role of Charlie Chaplin was highly praised by critics, and bring back the BAFTA robot, a prize from the London Film Critics Association, as well as Oscar and Golden Globe nominations. 1909 BA. Robert played the main role in a documentary about the presidential election of the United States 1909 too. You Were a Writer. Just starred in a fantasy drama, Heart Ashore. The movie was brought you fame, the Saturn Prize. September 1909 BA. Robert becomes a father for the first time. Deborah gave birth to a son named Indio. By the way, the boy also faced evidence, drug addiction. He was arrested in 2014. Same 1909 BA. Although married and had children, Robot started a love affair, a career in some movies. Marissa Tomei, but their feelings fade. After 4 months of love, 1995 Robot starred in the family drama series Richard B.A.'s Fantasy War film. That's how I earned $50,000. 1996 he appeared in horror movies, Adventure Action Danger Zone, and get $500,000 for that role. Bottom guns for addiction in prison. For 1,996 robots run through speed on Sunset Boulevard and was stopped by the police. During the search, they found a lot of banned substances and an unloaded gun on you. The actor was arrested, but a month later he was released. Shortly after, while drunk, I snuck into my neighbor's house and fell asleep in their bed. The robot was arrested and sentenced to 3 years of probation, as well as testing blood samples. 1997 he was sent to the Los Angeles County Jail for 6 months due to banned substance use. During that time, robots still appear on the screen with TV series One Night Stand, Hugo Scobie's Love Triangle, and his father's horror movies. To 1998 movies Horror Allegedly, the actor's first work since his arrest from 1996. To be introduced to you, rumors that Robert, I didn't even read the script, before taking on the role of the Cedopel investigator. That same year Robert had another role, agent in a horror movie, Our Law Officers, despite its success at the box office. But the movie was underrated from the critics for Robert's performance. This is probably the worst movie of all time. 1900 Mature. Robert appears in many other works, but without making a sound. The actor has been arrested again for illegal drugs. This time he was sentenced to 3 years in a rehabilitation center. Because of this, Robot spent nearly a year in prison and treated for psi addiction before paying $5,000 United States dollars bail and being released early. A week after his release from prison, the actor started filming comedy dramas, Ally McBeal the role that brought him the Golden Globe and Screen Actors Association Awards, as well as an Emmy nomination. On the set, Flockhart sparks emotional rumors. November of the same year, Cold actor arrested for addiction, but the manufacturer closed his eyes, ignore this truth, and let the robot continue the project, and only until April 2001. A police officer found Robert Downey Jr. walking barefoot around the city of Calgary, west of Los Angeles, in a state of insanity. A few hours after his arrest, he was released. But this time, the producer was forced to fire the actor. The robot again, take it to the rehabilitation clinic and been on probation for 3 years. The same year after, Robot frequent outing between the prison and the correctional center. Deborah Fan Corner decided to leave her husband and brought their son Juing. After a long period of treatment, the robot got its first job. Its close participation, The Icon Club by Elton John. 2003, the actor was finally determined to be Psy addicted, to start practicing the martial arts of the Gulf of Spring and back to the big screen with his longtime friend Mel Gibson, who paid deposit guarantee for Robert, joined the musical comedy film. That same year, the actor appeared in the documentary Charlie, July and Art of Charlie Chaplin. Starred in the gothic detective thriller. The manufacturer of this project, Joel Silver, had to retain 40% of Robert's sea cable until the end of filming, as an insurance measure for your unpredictable behavior in the past. Out on the set, she liked that Robert met the producer Susan Levin, someone you immediately sympathize with. At first she refused his dating offers, but in the process, they started essay in their love. November 2003, on the eve of my 30th birthday, Robert proposed to her. 2004, Robert releases his first and only music album, Yours Until the Present Time. His name is The Futurist. It's all pop rock and popia. Received many reviews left. Afternoon from the critics, then an interview. I agree, this is the last music. Due to the result, it doesn't seem to be worth the effort you put in. For 2004's Robot and Fan Corner officially finalized divorce proceedings. The actor is preparing for his second marriage. 2005, you and Susan Levine are officially married after a ceremony according to Jewish custom, organized at Am Set, New York. With 2005 game drama Decide, audience debut of the year. Our actors get $100,000 a day in the movie school. Black comedy crime drama. It also shows in turn was warmly received by critics. The robot itself said, "This is the best movie. You have a chance to play the lead." What's interesting, by the way, is the role of robot characters as a child. That's your son Indigo. Goodnight historical movie, and good luck to George Clooney, also released the same year and received high praise from film critics. Won many awards and nominations, particularly with robots. He was nominated for a Screen Actor Guild Award for Best Actor. Out, Robert starred in the movie Oscar Darling. Full is back on TV. By voiceover, for a character mentally disabled in an episode of cartoon sitcom Family Guy. He also signed HarperCollins to write a memoir, but a few years later, the actor returned the money to publish and cancel the book without explanation. Find the light again thanks to the Iron Man. Despite the success of many of Robert's films, participation as well as the evaluation high on acting from professional critics, the talented actor has yet to play the lead role in a blockbuster movie. That all changed in the summer of 2008. The movie is the superhero Iron Man, to be released, in which Robert starred. He's a rich inventor, Tony Stark, who created the advanced armor and become a superhero to take on this role. Robot, you've gained about 10 pounds of muscle in 5 months. The film was reviewed by critics and viewers highly appreciated. It became one of the movie's highest turnover 2008, when the win is greater than $585 million, compared to a budget of just $140 million. In addition, the film brought back Robert the award as a Stan and Scream, as well as multiple nominations on MTV Channel A-Watch, 10 Choice Awatch and People Choice Awatch. But the Cars of the East actor right now, it turns out it's still quite modest, just $500,000. But the popularity of Vidden started. It's so big that game publishers buy the rights to build the Iron Man character in their video game of the same name. And robots also appear in the role of Tag in the last scene of the superhero movie, The Incredible Hulk. At the end of 2008, our hero still appeared in the movie too. American action for Big Thunder. He even changed the color of his skin because of the role. The film was also successful at the box office and earned Robert an Oscar nomination, BAFTA Gold Sphere, and Screen Actors Association Awards for Best Supporting Actor. 2009, the robot appeared in the TV series, the slow and action-adventure detective movies, Sherlock Holmes by Guy Ritchie. This role brought him $9 million United States dollars law remuneration, the same Golden Globe Award, and nominations for the award. Saturn and MTV Awards. 2000, not 110. Robert returned to the role Tony Stark in Iron Man 2. This next part, U2, it became one of the most successful projects of the year, and the actor's remuneration at this time, up to 10 million United States dollars. In addition, the robot was also nominated for the award. 2011, Robert again appears as the famous detective in the movie action-adventure detective Sherlock Holmes, Game in Shadow, and earned 15 million United States dollars. Into 2012, Susan and Robert have their first child together. It's called Aston Elias. Also in 2012, superhero animated film for Avengers was released on the big screen, and Robert's back as Iron Man. This movie brought back the actor. MTV Channel Award, People's Choice Award, and Law 6 remuneration 50 million United States dollars. The film received high reviews from critics. At the same time, broke the 6th century box office, grossed over US $1.5 billion, while the production cost is only about 220 million United States dollars. So it's definitely at the top. The 100 highest grossing movies of all time. 2013, Robert starred in the BA part of Iron Man, earning $50 million and the Saturn People Prize Choice Award with the same nomination for MTV Channel Award. Once again, the film has been viewed by both viewers and critics, received enthusiastically, grossed over $1.2 billion at the global box office. 2014 legal drama The Jungle, to be released, become the first project by Robert and his wife Susan Downey. Production of this supplement into the awards collection of 5 actors. Another People's Choice Awards. The robot also appeared as a guest in the straight drama Check on Grills. And in November of the same year, the second child appeared in Johnny's Family. Daughter Abigail Ryan. From 2015 to 2019, robots continued to appear with shoulders. Iron Man in the superhero movies of the universe. Marvel movies. 2015 film J Avenger Age. Falcon has launched its box office spin-off with global sales over $1 billion, nominated in 4 categories, Teen Choice Awards. It is the lowest revenue project in the works of the Avengers, but Robert's income remains relatively high, about 50 to 80 million United States dollars. 2017, Robert guest starred in the movie Spider-Man. Homecoming film grossed more than 880 million United States dollars at the global box office and brought the actor $10 million. 2018, Robert will play Tony Stark in the Avengers. Infinity War, the 6th highest grossing film of all time. This is the 4th movie, crossed the US $2 billion mark. He also won the Teen Choice Awards at the level of Extremely Violent Law, up to 75 million United States dollars. In 2019, the last film in the Avengers series, it has been launched. Avenger Endgame has brought back actor Choi Watch and passed through all previous films to reach the 6th century box office. It's $2.8 billion US dollars, more in KM. It holds the title of highest grossing film all time until 2000s, not 102. Also in 2019, Robert's role as host and the storyteller in the movie series Online Material, The Show of AI. It's produced by his production company Team Downey. 2020, our hero is once again in the role. A veterinarian. You can talk to animals in comedy. The amazing fantasy adventure, Journey to Dr. Dolittle, and doesn't earn 20 million United States dollars. The film received many negative reviews from the critics, and it's a big 7 for Universal Studios. At the same time, he was nominated for the Golden Raspberry Wave. 2 nominations went to Robert. 2000 The actor appeared in the documentary Joba. This Joba talk about your father's life and career, who passed away. 2000 not 101. The film was awarded the Critics' Council Award, United States National Movies, in the Best Documentary category. In the summer 2000 not 100 to BA, Robert played a supporting role for the film. Oppenheimer Profile by Christopher Nolan tell the story of the development of nuclear weapons. The film was highly praised by film critics and grossed over 498 million United States dollars at the global box office, with a production budget of only 100 million United States dollars. To become one of the highest grossing films, highest of the year. It's a historical film project. Robert's most anticipated drama is The Simba. Tyre is about a secret communist agent of the Viet Cong. It is expected to be launched in 2000, in which Robert will play the main antagonist. In addition, many of his various projects have been in the final stage, just waiting for the release date, like a movie making millions of dollars from advertising deals. Like many other Sal or S stars, Robert Downey Jr.'s estate, not just to the point of see cable terrible after movies and TV. It also comes from advertising for famous brands. This actor is a mirror face for one of them. Advertising campaign of the phone manufacturer Taiwan HTC with 12 million United States dollars contract. You are also a representative of the line Chinese company smartphone, OnePlus, car brand, Volvo's classic, and long-sleeved American company Skechers. 2012 Robert starred in a promotional video, game PC, Call of Duty Black Ops to 2020. He appeared as a download doctor in a promotional video for Amazon, where he introduced a virtual assistant Eliza and encouraged viewers to donate to charity. 2000 to BA, the actor who played the lead in an advertisement for or software, real estate giants and brands, Robert Downey Jr. received a total of USD 435 million in 11 years, where the Iron Man suit, Iron Man in the series of the same name, it really made you one of them, the highest paid actor in Hollywood history. The robot owns several properties in the Los Angeles area. In you, with total estimated value, about $40 to $50 million. 2019, he spent over $13 million to buy 2.5 acres of land in Malibu, and then he built a 3-bedroom mansion for bathrooms in nature. The total area of the villa is more than 330 square meters. The most attractive parts of the house. The house comes from a unique architecture, like a big bubble, and 7 internal layout, especially not over. There is also a small zoo on the property, raising alpaca camels, pigs, and many other animals. That same year, Robot buys a $5.6 million house in Venice, California, where he later turned into the headquarters of Downey Bird Company. 2016 CE, the actor became the owner of the ancient house. There are windmills located in Hampton, New York is worth $5 million. Real nutrition. It covers an area of about 800 square meters with beautiful decoration. It has 7 bedrooms and a bathroom, a living room with a fireplace and a colorful octagonal vestibule. There is also a large swimming pool on site and a spacious booth with dining area, T6 and bar. In 2017, Robots bought another house in Malibu for $8 million, a modern letter in mid-century style, modern with the bedroom and bathroom, quite modest by the standards of 5 actors. However, it also has a beautiful view of Malibu Beach, laguna and backyard with swimming pool, jacuzzi and golf course. The actor also owns a farm, $5 million in the Pacific Palisades, and a mansion in Rothschild Canyon in Los Angeles. BA value $6 million United States dollars, where ex-wife Jebra Funkener is rumored to inhabit. You also have a collection, super luxury car monumental. This includes cars like the Audi R8 and Bentley, Continental GT covers, Porsche BO to Mustang from 1970, Z Mercedes Ferrari California T, and convertible Stingray 19067, as well as the Mercedes Ferrari California T, future Karma Sports Sedan, Audi Electron GT concept, along with the Nissan GT-R supercar. Summer 2000 to BA, the actor decided to give 6 cars, rare for his collection, as part of the program, Environmental Protection Charity. The actor owns a watch collection, total luxury value up to more than $1 million United States dollars. Robert is also a great lover of shoes. At my 50th birthday party, I was wearing Givenchy Tyson sneakers, worth 2,000 United States dollars. Scarlett Johansson once said, Robert's shoe collection, it's bigger than your collection. Some interesting secrets about Robert I am going to reveal to you, because the height is quite modest, 1.75 meters. So the actor often has to go to the padding. You may also discover them. Iron Man in slow comms. Robert adapts turns on the set and believes that feeling of freedom, improvisation will improve your acting ability. By the way, our hero once said in an interview that, I don't think I'm a professional actor. It's just trying so hard to pretend. Robert has some tattoos. On his right arm, you can see the Avenger tattoo, and the name of Indigo's eldest son. On the left is the text, Squiggy Q for his wife Susan, as well as his son's name is Aston, on the right ankle, and Avery's daughter's name on the left breast. You can say Trump. It's smart to take advantage of your reputation. Self-acting Iron Man, for very good purposes. For example, 2015, he helped make a special gift for a 7-year-old boy. His name is Alex Green. he lost most of his right arm. The actor met the boy in person, who was very fond of superhero movies, and gave him a prosthetic robot arm. It looks like the Iron Man's arm. One last interesting secret. Robert almost got VA on the guy who pulled She Chain, Edward Quagmire, in a romantic fantasy movie. The film is directed by Tim Bolton, but in the end, the role belongs to Johnny Depp and become a classic. What do you think of the Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.? What is your favorite role that Robert has been in?